This is lesson 6, Comp04. We're going to open up 06C nesting sequence, and you'll see that we've got this plate right here. And this lesson is to show you how you can nest comps in other comps in order to make changes in the workflow easier. So we've got this first comp that's made up of a rectangular shape and our new location, and we are going to want to duplicate that, and we're going to call it I'm going to hit return. I'm going to call it Chicago, and we'll open up Chicago. What we're going to do is we're going to take our My Plate and we're going to drag that, nest that in there, and we're going to click off that text. And here in Chicago, we're going to replace this text with Chicago. And then we're going to duplicate this twice, and we're going to call one Dallas and one Denver. We're going to open those up, and we're going to name them appropriately. Okay, so then we've got a Chicago, a Dallas, a Denver, and our background plate. We're going to go to sources, and we're going to take this USA map and we're going to drag it into a button so that it becomes the size of a comp. And we are going to take Denver and Dallas and Chicago, and we're going to put them in there, and we're going to set them roughly where they belong. Now we're going to make our main comp, and we want it to be NTSC 720/480, 2997. 6 seconds is fine. And we're going to nest our main comp in there. I'm going to scale it down so that it fits. And we'll see that it's kind of stretched, so we need to get into our view options. And we want to click on pixel aspect ratio correction, and that'll make them square pixels, and the shape will look a little bit better. So this is basically the end of the move that we want. And so in terms of scale, and I'm going to hold down shift and hit P, in terms of scale and position, this is where we want to end at second 2. And then what we want to do is we want to scale it up and start at left, and we will ease those. Okay, so basically what we have is we have our main comp, we have our USA map nested in that, we've got Denver nested in that, and our My Plate nested in that. Okay. So the next thing that we want is we want these each of these guys to kind of come on separately. And what's nice is that if we, if we are at second 2 in all these comps, second 2 is going to be the same thing in Dallas, in Denver, all of them. So that gives us an opportunity to make changes and be accurate to our timeline. So what we're going to do is we're going to select these guys, and I'm going to hit T, and I'm going to click our opacity, and we'll set that at 0 so that they come on, and we'll give them a 1 second fade up. And then I'm just going to offset these keyframes so that Chicago and Dallas and then Denver come on. And let's take a look at that. Okay, and let's see that in our main comp. Let's see how that works with our zoom out. Okay. Now let's say the client says, I don't like that blue background. I want it to be a different color. So all we have to do is go back to our original plate, and we can color correct that. Let's take color toner and drag that onto our shape, and we'll see that it's kind of made it brown. And I'm going to double click in that. I'm going to make the brown a little darker. And then when we go to our main comp, you'll see that everything has then been made brown. So go ahead and render that and post it on Canvas.